Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my new Let's Play. While we've got crazy acid trip sizzle trailer thing going on in the background here, I'm going to talk briefly about the game that we're going to be playing here. I just woke up, so pardon me if I'm tripping over my words more than usual here. So this game is called Dot Hack Infection. It is the first of a 4-part series of JRPGs developed by CyberConnect Corporation, I believe. Published by Bandai. I believe that they're like an offshoot of Bandai, an internal thing. Anyway, fairly old game. We're playing on the PS2 again. In case you, were again confused by the lovely HD graphics we got going on here. So the premise of the game, it's a dungeon crawlery action RPG thing, but the main premise of the game, the main conceit of this game is, well, the whole franchise really, is that we are people playing an MMO. A massively multiplayer online game like World of Warcraft, or more applicably to myself, WildStar. Those sorts of things. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get going. There's gonna be a lot of tutorials, a lot of cutscenes, really plot-heavy couple of episodes here. We'll let this play out.
Der Mann des Schattens, auf der Suche nach dem Abendrachen, ist noch nicht zurückgekommen. Der Herd der Finsternis grollt. Helba, Königin der Finsternis, stellt schließlich ein Heer auf. Alparon, König des Lichts, grüßt sie, und sie treffen sich am Fuße des Regenbogens. Die verfluchte Welle muss gemeinsam bekämpft werden. Der See von Alba brodelt. Der große Baum des Lichts fällt. Alle Macht zerfällt zu Tropfen im Tempel von Arche Köln. Wesen ohne Schatten, ihre Welt zerfällt zu nichts. Der Mann des Schattens auf der Suche nach dem Abenddrachen kehrt niemals mehr zurück.
That little poem is gonna be kind of important to the plot and the lore of the game later. We'll deal with all that stuff later.
User registration is done. Now for a name.
So as I was going to say, there's going to be a ton of plot, a lot of cutscenes going on in these first couple of episodes. It's got to introduce a lot of characters. It's got to, give us a reason to be interested in the game. All that sort of stuff. I'm going to be skipping through a ton of the tutorial stuff because it's fairly obvious. Do we have a default? No, we don't. Let's go with alright, so username doesn't really matter, King's Ransom, sure, whatever. Character name, we'll leave the default, we'll play as Kite. Yes, so we're registering our user in the MMO that we're going to be playing here. So this is our computer desktop. It's going to be very familiar to you over the course of this Let's Play. We can tweak the desktop background as we unlock more and more things by doing things in the game, and same with music. We can change the background music it plays, we can save our game. We can read the news.
I'll check.
We can't really read our news because we need to check our email first. So the story is we are a Japanese middle schooler, high schooler, something. We're in school. One of our friends from school has been talking up this game called The World and has finally convinced us to play. So we are signing up at his behest, and we will be joining him. Our friend is Yasuhiko. Hey, did you finish? What kind of character are you? Oh, and like I said at school, you'll regret it if you use some sort of smart-ass name. I'm Orca in the world, so keep that in mind. And don't call me by my real name. You can be a different person when you're there. Well, more like the guy you want to be. Anyway, I'll be at Root Town. Thank you for registering. Talks about all the different root towns. So there's Aqua Capital Makanu, which means the son of a goddess. There are waterways throughout the town. The sounds and the scenery will bring you peace. That's nice. That is the Delta server root town. The Theta server root town, because there's all these different servers and they all have kind of hubs, is Highland City Dun Loireg, which means the Weaver Guardian. It is a city protected by sprites with buildings made of rocks coexisting with nature. The wind will challenge the adventurers on their quest. Then there's the Lambda server, Cultural City Carmina Gadelica, which means the Song of Gale. It is a metropolis, a fusion of science and traditional cultural knowledge. Sigma server root town, Ariel City Fort Auf, which means the Fort of Elves. It originated as a fort built in preparation for a war with Carmina Gadelica, but since the peace agreement, it has acted as a watchtower for monsters. And then there's the Omega City, or Omega server root town, Relic City Leofael, which means the Stone of Destiny, not to be confused with the Pick of Destiny. This city was a holy ground for the Tartarga people before the Great War, but it was destroyed by the Carmina Gadelica forces, which did not like the idea. We'll be visiting those as we go throughout the 4 games, assuming I do play the other 3 in the franchise. We'll see how it goes. And then that's kind of teaching us how to play. That's fine, whatever, let's go sign into the game. So, the game has, you know, the game itself, and then there's forums. And from time to time, we're going to have to come here and post things on the forums. We're going to have to read things on the forums. They're going to chat about... sometimes folks will post, like, hey, there's a special event going on at this location, or... you know, I need someone to help me fight a super rare boss that I found at this location, or, you know, and we'll get kind of some side quests to it from that. Also, I mean, it's going to be pretty significant for plots and for, more importantly, lore. All the background lore of the world and the game and just everything that's going on here. I love it. This is one of the first games that really, really hooked me and pulled me into kind of the unspoken story, the stuff that was hidden beneath what the game spoon feeds to you. So there's a, you know, clever way of introducing mechanics and explaining mechanics in the game, right? Patch notes. It's an MMO. They've updated it. So, you know, they've tweaked it the way... Let me have a sip of tea and we'll try that again. They've tweaked the way that elemental resistances and tolerances work, and how you can negate those, and you can look at these things and learn, like, oh, some things are resistant to magic, that's cool. Oh, some things are resistant to physical attacks, that's cool. Oh, things are resistant to one or more elements, and they're going to be weak to the opposing elements. Like, something that's immune to fire, probably going to be weak to water. I haven't decided how I'm going to go through the forums. I'm not going to read all the stuff. Like, we don't need the tutorial crap. We don't need to learn how to do keyword creation. I'll talk about that later. But I am going to want to comb through here and at least mark everything new so that we can see updates and stuff. I don't know. We'll deal with that later. For now, let's roll into the story. And again, it's going to be a lot of, like, tutorial-heavy cutscenes and stuff. I'm going to skip the tutorial stuff and try to get up to the story. That's our friend, Orca, Yasuhiko, our school friend.
Hey, you made it. Hey, it's me, Orca, the Blade Master.
Whoa! You look so different from the real Yasuhiko. Nothing like the real you.
You'd think that we had never played a video game before or something.
Hey, in this game I'm Orca, regardless of what I am in reality. I'm pretty well known here. What?
No, you look great.
Anyway, take this.
Okay.
It's...
So we got his member address, which means that we can invite him to our party. Yes, don't care. He's also level 50, which is the maximum level in the game. So, the first area that we go to with Orca here is pretty awesome. Okay, Chaos Gate. So I'm just going to blow through this. Basically, the way you get to areas in the game, like the way you get to dungeons and fields and mazes and, you know, do all the adventure-y stuff, is you have to assemble the world out of words. So you get a list of words. So, for example, we have, you know, bursting. We have the word or phrase, I guess. We have passed over is the middle, and then aquafield is the third. And when you kind of mix and match all these different words that you get, you unlock more and more as you go throughout the game, and some, like, unique areas and side quests have special words that you only get those words by doing the side quest, and, you know, that sort of thing. We'll talk about those more later. They're not super important. So yeah, that's how we assemble the worlds that we're going to here, these little realms.
Rotate the camera.
Okay, so...
Push either the L1 button or the R1 button to move the camera.
Yes, got it.
You can zoom the camera in or out by using the right
tutorials,
analog
got
stick.
it. Come on.
Yeah. Finally, you reset the camera. There.
Yes. I know. You're treating us like we've never played a video game before. Got it.
In the yellow.
Okay, mini-map in the top right. There's a weird blue slime thing. We can't really deal with those yet. We'll deal with them later. The yellow circles. Might need to adjust the volume. Things are really loud on my end. Anyway, the yellow circles are portals and monsters come out of them, like that goblin that we just smashed right there.
Press the triangle button to open the menu.
Yes.
Okay,
Skills. We'll use rep. It's fine.
You can remember before it.
So you get extra treasure. Oh my gosh! Use first aid. Let me just get through this so that I can hopefully concentrate on actually saying words. No ability to multitask. Okay, map. Ooh, I can zoom it out too. That's nice. So the yellow dots, the blue slime thing, we'll deal with those later. We need to have more gear, more loot, before we can interact with those. The yellow circles here, monsters come out of them. Our goal, of course, is going to be to go to all of the yellow circles, especially while we have a level 50 character with us in a level 1 zone. And just kill the monsters. The stair thing with the red arrow down is the dungeon. So, eventually, you know, once we're kind of done with the overworld here, we're always going to want to head into the dungeon and work our way down through that. And it can be, you know, it can be several floors deep, and at the bottom there's a rare treasure of some sort. And the enemies get tougher and tougher as you go, you know, I mean, just like what you would expect from a video game. So that's generally going to be our goal, is to get a lot of experience, killing the monsters, and working our way down. I believe if we clear out every single yellow portal, both on the overworld and then inside the dungeon itself on our way down, we get extra treasure. I'm not positive, but I think that's how it works. Yellow treasures are good. We like those. Blue treasures are differently good. The blue ones are trapped, so we have to use an item called the Fortune Wire. He's talked about a couple of these items right now. I kind of blew through those. So Fairy Orb will reveal all of the portals. I'm going to be stocking up on these things like crazy, and then hopefully not worrying about them for the bulk of the game. Fortune Wire, we use those to disarm the traps on those blue chests. We have a bunch of skills that we can cast also. Saber Dance, where we just slash a bunch in front of us. We have a magic spell that shoots fireballs. Kind of cool. We have a healing spell. Your spells and your skills are not tied to what level your character is. They're tied to your equipment. So if I equip a different sword, it will have a different set of skills. We'll lose the ones that we have now, and we will potentially get a completely different set of things to equip. Kind of a neat system. See what's going on in this cutscene here.
What the? Did you just see that?
Yeah. Was that thing chasing her?
Yeah, but... Something like that on this level?
Yay, we got actual plot. That's exciting. So they went this way. Okay, it's a dead end. So they just... That girl and whatever the heck was chasing her... Oh, I can't turn the map off. Alright, we're gonna do that. They went to a dead end, so let's go to where they came from, I suppose? Man, that map is enormous. I wish there was a way to, like, shrink it. Whole HUD. Oh. Not built for HD TVs, that's for sure.
Better watch out! We're
Okay. Pretty common thing. Sometimes... Oh, stop. Sometimes you walk into a room and the door locks behind you. Guess what you have to do to get out? I'll give you a hint. Kill everything. Video game basics, everybody. The game's actually pretty awesome once it opens up a little bit. Like I said, these first few videos are probably going to be really, really heavy on like character introductions and plots and tutorials and all that sort of thing. Wow. Portals don't always contain monsters, by the way. They can sometimes contain treasure chests. Or trap chests, like that. It's okay, once I get into a groove in this game, I'll actually remember to check that sort of crap. Right now, yeah. I love having a max level character with us in a level 1 dungeon. There we go, all dungeon portals open, hooray! So let's go ahead and use a fortune wire in the chest. Yay, disarmed. Leather coat. Sounds like armor. Healing potion. Sounds like a healing potion. Alright, so all the portals are open, so that means this room's probably going to be our treasure room.
The room where the statue is.
Yep, the Got statue.
There's only one of them at the dungeon's deepest level, and you can get rare items from it. That's enough adventure for now. Let's grab the treasure and get back to town, shall we? If we had a Sprite Ocarina, we could warp out of here. But we don't have one.
Yeah, the only way to get out of a dungeon is either to walk all the way back up to the entrance, or to use a Sprite Ocarina item, which will warp you back up to the entrance. So those will also be purchased in great quantities once we have the opportunity to do so. Ooh, yellow candy. Ooh, rainbow card.
When you want...
Nice little effect there of the statue collapsing. Alright, time to walk back out, and nothing bad is going to happen, I'm sure. Crap, I was wrong. It looks like something bad is going to happen. Ooh, it's her again. Got a cool, like...
Was the rumor true?
She's got a cool little, like, infinity clasp.
Take this.
Huh?
Please take this.
Ooh.
There's no time.
Book?
Please.
What's this?
A great force. The power it holds can bring forth either salvation or destruction at the whim of the user. It's coming.
Yeah, in the event that you didn't know, this is a very Japanese game. The localization's a bit wonky at times. It's not bad, but it does have its quirks. Oh yeah, that thing!
Run! It'll kill you! What the hell? What is this? There's something on! Nothing works!
Also, this game has some amazing music. Just thought I'd point that out while our best friend is getting obliterated there.
It wasn't supposed to be this way. I'm sorry. Get out of here!
The book survived, though. That's good. Okay, something saved us. Didn't save our computer, though.
What was wrong with Yasuhiko? Why was he upset? I wanted to ask him, but he wouldn't even pick up the phone. And then, the next day, I found out that Yasuhiko had been hospitalized. I rushed to the hospital, but they wouldn't even let me see him. But I guess it's better this way. I didn't want to see him all week, and he wouldn't want that either. But what the hell happened to him? I have a feeling that the key to it is somewhere in the world.
Dun, dun, dun. Yep, there we go. There's our plot. We'll deal with that email next time. So yeah, that's our story here. Our best friend, he was showing off the game to us, and we ran into some sort of weird, glitchy enemy that he's never encountered before, couldn't even interact with or anything. And when it wiped out his character, it somehow hospitalized the real him playing on the other side. Yep. So that's where we're leaving off. We'll pick the story up and continue next time. Fair warning, like I said, like 10 times already probably, it's going to be very cutscene heavy. So, yeah, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.